myShell. myShell can handle random user inputs, execute user commands, and do evaluation variables, and also redirections. So now let's begin testing this baby shell. First, we will do well-grained myShell. And now we begin. First, we print ls. We go s to see all the files in the directory, and env to see all the environment variables. And you can type in a command with the full path name, and of course it works. Then we can go execute some executable files, and it prints hello world. Okay, and if we do nothing, of course nothing will happen. If we type in some unknown commands, myShell can handle it. No matter it is characters or numbers or some strange signs or a combination of all of them, myShell can handle it. And also myShell is case sensitive. That means if we type in uppercase L, then smallcase f, it won't work because they cannot recognize it. And myShell can handle all the empty spaces, like they are not, so they won't affect the functionality. If we go hello cat hello.txt, it will still work to print hello world without any problem. If now we can test escape. If we go echo / it prints nothing, of course, because there's nothing to be escaped. If we go echo // then we can see only one / is printed because this one is successfully escaped. Then we go A/B, and we can see there's one space between A and B. And if we go C, D, although there are a lot of spaces, they're not escaped, so there's only one in between. If we want more spaces in between C and D, we have to do this. This way we'll have 3 spaces in between, as you can see, because they are all successfully escaped. And if we go, we can test more about this feature. And you can see, you can guess the output. The output is hello world, of course. And if we go hello / spaces world, it will print hello 1 / then 1 space world, because this / helps the second / to escape. So we can see hello 1 / that's this output. There are a lot of white spaces, however, they are all treated as only one valid white space. So there's only one white space in between, and then world. And if we go, that's all about escape testing. If we go cd test director, that means we enter into this director. And if we ls, we can see only file exists in this director. And if we cd and then go back to our testing director, now we are at testing case 23, and we can keep on testing variables. If we go set, it says myShell says set needs 2 arguments. You have 0, of course. We go these, we successfully set variable a equals 1, and if we inc a, now it's inc 2. We set b 0 and inc b, now it will be 1. And if we set c equals -1 and we inc c, it will be successfully inked to 0. And if we set d -10,000, and that's a big negative number, if we ink d, it will be inked by 1 successfully, no problem. If we set, we're now at test case 31, if we 30, so 29 1 because myShell by default regards all variables as integers. So it will only work for integers. If we set this number, actually 310s, to this number, and it's set. However, if we ink D, now it's transferred to a real number. It's negative 122. Okay. We can also set our variables to characters and strings. If we do this, it won't work because there are 3 variables. So we have to, So we have to get rid of this white space in between. So if we go hello world, now it works. And our variable name can have a // in it, like this. It's a valid variable name. However, if there's some other different signs in it, like this, now the variable name is QWE at 12/3. It will not work, and myShell will tell you the first invalid sign it encounters. So the variable name can only contain number, character, and the lower slash. That's all. And now, since we have successfully set some variables, we can begin to export them. So now we're at test case 35. If we export H, you can see there's H doesn't have a value to export because we haven't set a value for it yet. So we can set it to this. Remember that we just set A to 2. So now we are saying that set H to the value of A, which is 2. So we will set H to 2. It says variable H equals 2 set. Okay. And if we export H, that means it says H equals 2 exported to the environment variables. So if we go env, and we can see H equals 2 right there. Okay. And our evaluate, so we are using some evaluations. If our evaluation sign has some terminal signs, which is this sign, the short slash, that means the terminal of this evaluation. So this whole thing means $H, which is of course 2. And if we go like this, $H3, we'll print 1, 2, 3. And if we go, we can have some more complicated test cases, like use them twice. And this one will be 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. No problem. And if we go, we can still have some more test cases. Okay, now space is also a terminal sign. So this will be 1, 2, space, 3, 2, 1, as I described. And if we echo $HH, this is a problem because myShell will interpret, because H is the terminal sign is right here. So here the variable name is HH. However, we haven't assigned HH any value yet. So if we echo this, there's no value to be found. Therefore, myShell will handle $HH as a normal string instead of doing any evaluation here. So there's no evaluation happening here because HH is not a valid. There's no such a variable name called HH exists in myShell. So if we go this, if we print this, enter this, it will just treat it as a string. If we go like this, the same problem, H3, there's no such a variable name called H3. So if we do this, it will just be, the whole thing will be treated as a common string. user variable name, and then we print env to see what's the user variable value now. It's ny38. That's my login username. However, if we export user and check it again, now it's changed to AAA. That means we successfully exported this variable to our environment variables. Okay, so if I say a hello equals hello, and then cat $sign I, it means cat hello.txt, so it will print hello world, of course. Yeah, that's another evaluation. Okay, so now we are at test case 51. We will begin testing redirections. We go like this. Of course, there's no such command called smaller sign. So, and if we do this, it won't work as well. However, if we do this, like this, it works, of course. This is actually duplicate. Useless. Now let's see some real use of redirections. For example, I want to print the output of hello, this file, to out.txt instead of display them on the screen. So if I enter this, there will be no hello world displayed on the screen. Instead, if I cat out.txt, we can see hello world. Okay. Okay, as you can see, if we redirect the output of hello to out.txt and cat it, we can see the output right here. And if we do hello and use double bigger than sign, that means redirect the output to this file. However, it would not override what's in there. It will append the new output to at the end of the existing content. So there should be now, if we do this, there should be now 2 lines of hello world. If we add it, and we can see there are 2 lines of them. And now we can also redirect error messages, error out.txt. Now you can see, if I'm trying to redirect the error message of cat xyz to this file, however, it will not be redirected to this file because this sign, only one greater sign cannot do that. We need to do this. We need to put a 2 in front of the bigger sign to redirect error messages. And now we can see there's no error message printed on the screen. And if we cat txt, we can see the error message right there. And if we go, of course, you can also append several error messages to the same file. Like that, you can see 2. Okay, no problem. And you can also do some weird things. So there's no such a sign in myShell. So if you do this, you will see the whole thing is treated as cat hello.txt, cat 3 blah blah, cat o1.txt. So if when we cat these, of course we have hello world, then no such file. So this is the correct handle of this command, and there's no side effect. If we cat hello.txt and put output to O1, that means to put hello world into O1 hello.txt, and cat o1.txt. We can see hello world, no problem. And now we are at test case 61. If we cat hello.txt and append it to o1.txt, we now should see two lines of hello world in O1. There we go. And then 62, if we ls, and if we do this, now what oh, sorry, my bad. Now what we are trying to do is to redirect the output of ls to o2.txt. And here it doesn't really mean anything to redirect in hello.txt, so it will be omitted because it's useless. So the real function of this command is only to redirect ls to this o2.txt. And that's a correct handle, of course, because that means nothing to, yeah, we can see O2 there are all the files listed. If we redirect ls to multiple files at the same time, we can see it works. However, it works only for the last file. If we cat o3.txt, there's nothing. If we cat o4.txt, there is all the file names. So this is how myShell works. It will, if there are multiple destinations for one command, it will only take the last valid file name. Okay, we now at our last test case. If we cat in something doesn't exist, and we want to redirect the output to this file, it will print command file not found. Okay, it will print file not found, and because there's no such file called .txt, and there's no side effect in this, and myShell can still keep working like normal. Yeah, and now that's basically all the features of and functions of myShell. And if we go exit, and myShell can exit gracefully without any errors from Valgrind. Okay, that's all about the testing. Thank you for being with me. Wish you have a good day. Bye-bye.